Hello, everybody. My name is Master Juniper Bloom Mystique. I am an Ascension Master, a Master Healer, and a Divine Guide. Since 2019, I have been working diligently, doing things to the earth, activating pyramids, freeing Jesus' soul, clearing Mount Shasta, and much more. You are in one of the biggest changes you will ever see and feel, the greatest reset of mankind. I have an important message today that I need to bring to you. This one helps you with everything from the ascension to manifesting, and creating the world in which you wish to have around you, right? As we rise into the new earth, it truly is about becoming your own sovereign being. Being freed from a world that once kept you shackled and bound. Okay, that kept you shackled and bound and in a very low vibration of fear, mind control, money control, and things like that. And for those rising, for those choosing to ascend, choosing to rise through the light of Christ, the light of the One, it's important to understand that we have to become a pure being of sovereignty. Okay, we have to become a pure being of sovereignty. And the energy right now is completely about getting out of your comfort zone. But I also want to talk about the concept of everything happening through you, not to you. So free will, okay? What is free will exactly? And how does it apply to manifesting, to rising to new earth? What does it mean that everything truly happens through me and not to me? Okay. And how do we accept getting out of our comfort zone? How do we truly accept that? And in the end of this video, I might do a little clearing of our energy. Okay. It depends. It just depends on how long this takes me. If I don't do it here, I'm going to do it on Facebook today. So the concept of free will has been misunderstood for some time because people think that there are chosen ones. We are taught that God judges. We are taught that, you have to repent. And we were also taught that Jesus died for our sins. But that's not the truth. It can't be the truth. It will never be the truth, okay? Because God wouldn't sacrifice anybody. God is not the reason there was bloodshed and trauma and all of this short lifespan and all of those things. That is actually not God at all. That was due to the carnage and the darkness, and the things that the shadow brings. But the thing is about that is, the ascension is a rite of passage through soul growth. Okay. It's a rite of passage. It's not just given to anybody. Nobody is a chosen one to rise. It truly is about understanding. And this applies to manifesting. Okay. Hear me on that. This applies very clearly to manifesting as well. Because we have to be a being of pure sovereignty. We are always manifesting. You are always manifesting. You create your reality. Okay. No matter what your reality is, whether you're bound to the matrix, whether you're in fear and depression. And I know that can be hard because it's not to say that bad things don't happen to good people, because they do. Okay. Not everybody deserves to be hurt. I'm not saying that either. But what I am going to tell you is that you have free will. Okay. Nothing, and I do mean nothing, can happen to you. Excuse me. Nothing can happen to you, only through you. The only exception to that law of energy, I guess you could call it, although I don't like the term law, is a child. Their brains are not fully developed. So free will has not fully kicked in for them. Okay. Because as a parent, as guides, as caretakers, we are meant to protect them and teach them and help them grow to their point of free will interpretation. Okay. So that is the only exception to the rule, is that of a child. But as an adult, from the time you truly become an adult mentally, not by the number, but mentally, whatever time that is for that individual, you have free will. And so even in manifesting, I can't manifest anything that I'm not, right? I can't manifest if I don't believe in it. What I'm going to manifest is lower vibrational things. If my vibration, because we're always manifesting, we are always manifesting. There's no laws. When you hear the word law, it's very constrictive, right? The only truth is that we are all connected, all right? In the light of the new earth, in the light of God, you have to do things through the light of the one. So in all connectedness for the betterment of all, okay? That is the only main thing that we should understand in that. I don't like the word law because law is very constrictive, okay? It's a low vibration. And the higher vibration you are, the more you manifest. The more you focus on the I am, the more you manifest, okay? So we are going to be forced out of our comfort zone, right? That is the energy right now. So no matter who you are, no matter when you find this video, you are being forced out of your comfort zone in some way, shape, or form. The whole entire world is going to be. And it's truly, it's a need to understand that you are a sovereign being. This is about going into your own sovereignty. And sovereignty means it is your power. Okay. This is where that victimhood consciousness, I talked about that before, and things will come in, is that you are responsible for your choices. You are responsible for your world around you because God gave you free will. God gave you your own power, and God would never want to take that away from you. But the shadow is different. They want your power. They want you weak and divided and in lack. Okay, they want you weak and divided and in lack, and to think you can't create, to think you're not worthy, and all of these things, and in judgment against each other, because then you're begatting more of that, okay? And they have your power because you are a powerful, sovereign being of light. And you create your world around you. That is what God gave you the power for. Free will. You get to create everything that happens to you. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that amazing? It is. You truly have the ability to say, hey, I want this and this and this in my reality. The only thing is in the light, it needs to be in the light. So in the understanding that we are all connected. So if I'm doing things out of greed and selfishness and judgment and fear, I'm not hurting just me. I'm taking everybody around me down in vibration. Okay, and that is where karma begins to brew and be created, is in things outside of the highest vibrational states. When you do things outside of the love of God, you create a vibration that is not true to God, true to you, to your ability. And that's what the matrix and all of that will use against you. And that's why people truly have a hard time struggling in manifesting or creating their reality. Because when you are truly purely in your sovereignty and your vibration is super high and you are aware not of the head, but of the heart space and how to create from the heart space, from joy, from love, and this is not a matrix joy. Okay, this does not mean I go work my 9 to 5 miserable so I can make money because that's more important than everything. That's not God. And those that are focused on that are going to have part of that karmic demise of money. Okay. Everything happens through you, not to you. So even the shadow uses that against you. Okay. But God gave you that. God gave you free will, meaning if you create your karma, you got to clear it. Okay. If you do things outside of the love of God and the unity of all connectedness and Christ consciousness, then you have to work your way back to that because he gave you free will. And that's where the concept of everything happens through you, not to you, really stems from. Okay. So you need to understand that if I want something, it has to come through me. Miracles can only come through me. I can only see in others what is in me to see. So if I look at somebody and go, "Oh, I don't like that," then that's because it's something that's reflecting within me. Because nothing happens to me, including the people I'm surrounded with. The people I'm surrounded with match my vibration. So if they are a low vibration, if they're in criminal activity or drugs and things like that, if they're always miserable and sad or judgy or whatever the case may be, if they're not out of the shadow, then I'm not either. And that's why when you have an awakening, you tend to separate from people because it's happening through you, not to you. Okay. We don't just get to stick around people who don't match our vibration because you're changing inside of you, and therefore your reality outside of you will change with you. That is the ascension. It's like my oldest, one of my children were like, "I'm waiting for the ascension. I need it to occur." I'm like, "What are you waiting for? It's happening now. Now is the time to rise, but you have to rise from the inside because everything within you will match your external. So if you have karma, it's going to be playing out. That's the end of days. It's a karmic tide. It's a karmic play out, okay? God doesn't judge. You reap what you sow, right? Because you have free will. So miracles, if people don't believe in miracles, they're not receiving miracles because they don't believe, they don't want them. They don't believe. And that's why they say some people will ascend and others won't because they don't want to. They don't want to do the soul growth. They don't want to learn and be a pure sovereign being. They like being controlled. They like being shackled and bound in a world that is mundane and small and low vibration, except for the world they knew even won't remain the same. It won't remain the same. No matter who you are right now, everything is going to change. It already is. And for those rising, is changing inside you first, because it has to happen through you, not to you, through your free will. Just like manifesting. Everything after the I am is your reality. I am free. I am abundant. And you have to keep saying it until you feel it. You have to be it. You have to own it. You have to be that. So if I say, I am abundant and I feel yucky and I don't believe it, you're not going to be abundant. Okay. It's a vibration. All right. Words beget vibrations. They create emotions within your body. And so the more you say that, you're going to create that cogwheel of motion. Boom, 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 boom. And this is how manifesting works. Okay. But this is also how you have to be a pure sovereign being in the new earth, is that I'm all connected to you, right? So I need to do things from a place of love because that's the vibration we have to match. Those are for the ones that are ascending. Okay. So I have to be pure sovereign. I can't be shackled. I can't be bound. I can't be blinded by the shadow that's all around. Because when I choose to give my power away to the shadow, I become blinded. All I can see is the shadow. I can no longer see God. So if fear comes in and I'm afraid, that's not of God. Fear can only happen through you, not to you. Fear can only happen to you, not through you. Wait. Let me slow down because I'm mixing my words. See how words can go? Oh my gosh, it just changed everything. Fear happens through you, not to you. Everything happens through you, not to you. So if fear rises, that's a shadow component getting in your head. That's how they mess with you. 666, okay? And if I choose to play into fear, then I choose to give my power away to fear. And so then fear just happened through me. I became fear through me. If I choose to say, no, that's not of God, I'm not fear. And I'm going to rise above that. I'm going to release that fear and I'm going to raise my vibration and become sovereign from fear, my own power. And this is that's what you have. This is how you clear your karma. Okay. Everything outside of God, you choose to finally let it go and to choose love and to understand that we're all connected. We are all connected. So everything you do doesn't just affect you. Okay. So if you have judgment about somebody, that's through you. It's something reflecting in you. And then you choose to pick that up and throw it at somebody. You just shut your heart to light. Okay. And then not only did you hurt you, you hurt them too. Okay. And then God, because God is through love and the heart space, and we're all connected. And so if you're throwing something at somebody else, you're hurting you, you're hurting them, and it takes you from God. That's the truth. So nothing happens to you, right? You don't surround yourself. You surround yourself by those that match your vibration, okay? So your surroundings, you find me because it's your time to rise. I am the light home. Okay. So if you found me, it's your time to rise. You need to get to where you match my vibration. But in a general concept, your family, your friends, your co-workers, everybody you surround yourself with on a daily basis are those that are working through your energy. They match your energetic flow, right? So like as a job, if you can only be a busboy, then that's the vibration you're matching. That's all you believe you're worth. That's all you're willing to accept. Okay. But if you're willing to accept being an entrepreneur, to owning your own business, to creating your real reality, you're more in your power. Your vibration is generally higher. And that's what you're going to create in your reality. Okay. And so if you go to become an entrepreneur and you don't believe that you're worthy, you're going to beget unworthiness. It's going to be hard to get those rewards. Right. Unless you're me and you spark everybody's shadow and they just throw their judgments at you anyways. Anywho, um, so the concept of everything happening through you. If I need a miracle, I have to be open to be receptive and receiving of that miracle. First of all, I have to believe in it. I have to believe miracles are true. Miracles are just very high vibrational manifestations of something really good. And it can only happen through you because number one, your vibration's open. You're not focused on it. You're in balance from the heart center. Your vibration's really high. You're surrounded and emanating of love and joy and gratitude, not lack. The one thing that holds you back is lack. Karma was created through you. So why on earth would it be forgiven just so that you don't learn the lessons and you go do it again in new earth? No, that will hurt you really badly. Okay. You have to clear it through your choices. Everything is based in free will. And that's what the concept of everything happening through you, not to you, is. It's free will. So just like manifesting, those that manifest, they don't play in the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I can't, I am not worthies. They play then, yes, that's mine. I want this. I'm ready. I do the work to get there. I don't think about it. I keep my vibration high. I keep putting things out there and I allow what's going to come in to come in. I'm detached from the outcome because what you focus on, you're going to block too. Right? So if I'm constantly going, where is it? It's not going to come in. Okay. So to be free of the mind, sovereign from the mind, I'm not thinking, I'm just being, I'm doing, I'm feeling, and then I can tell if it's what I want to come through me or if it's something based in the shadow. Okay, so the concept of everything happening through you, not to you, is a very important concept of existence, of sovereignty. Okay. If you're controlled by the matrix, it's happening through you. If you're in fear, it's happening through you. That depression, it's hard for others to help you out of it by pulling you out of it. You have to get yourself out of it. It's true. Do we need assistance sometimes? Yes, especially love and understanding and people holding space for us to grow. But we have to do it through our own power. So nothing can happen to you. Only through you. And I mean, nothing can happen to you only through you. So manifesting isn't just like the world just giving you handouts. You created it. You created it. You were aligned to it. You were ready for it. You were open for it. You were believing of it. You were trusting of it. And you gave the universe the power that it needs. And you created from your power of your joy and passion and love and balanced flow. Balance for prosperity is one of my courses that I did, and it is a key to new earth creation, just like my book. Okay. New Earth manifesting, co-creating, and 70 invocations with the angels and gods. Okay, this one actually has invocations that will help you rise from the shadow and start clearing that and creating. Because, you know, it's a co-creative stance. Here's the thing about that. Being in your power, how do I put this? Either way you go, you're co-creating with something. It's either the shadow or with your power and God and your angels and guides, your heart center, your higher self. Okay, so that's why you get those images of like a devil and an angel on your shoulder. So you are always manifesting. You are always co-creating. The question is always been, what are you co-creating and manifesting, and why? Are you based off your wounds and your karmic patterning of lessons in unconditional love and where it's lacking? Or are you in full sovereignty and knowing you're a powerful creator and knowing everything is energy? Okay. And even money is a low energy, but abundance isn't. Abundance isn't just money, though, is it? Oh. So the truth to manifesting and co-creating and new earth creations is number one, the main thing you have to focus on and truly co-creating with new earth is if what you're doing is not unconditional love, you can't rise. Okay. Your lens has to be that. If your lens isn't love and joy and gratitude and peace and acceptance and knowing that we're all connected and you're not trying to do anything to hurt anybody else or yourself, that is Christ consciousness. Okay. All connected through the heart space of love. That's what they take away from you. That's why they want to divide you and conquer you and keep your vibration low. Because if we are all where we're supposed to be, connected through love and understanding and sovereignty, and through the light of the masculine and feminine, right? The true king and queen of existence, the masculine and feminine, the eye of Horus, the eye of Ra in your brain, knowing that God gave you free will, but to understand that we are all connected. So if you throw something to hurt others at them or even yourself, you're rippling effect of a negative vibration, okay? And that's what's going to pull you apart from the light of God. And it creates the shadow to where you can't see what's true, right? But in new earth and manifesting and co-creating with love and light, you can't be afraid. You can't look for a foundation based in matrix complexes. Knowing that if I go work my 9 to 5, I'm going to have my paycheck at the end of the week, even if I'm miserable. All I got to do is show up and do, what I need to do. You can't do that anymore because that structure is falling. It's crumbling right before your eyes. Piece by piece by piece. We are in civil unrest and karmic demise. Okay, it's true. So you have to be sovereign. You have to be in your full power. You have to be. You can't be in a karmic playout. You can't be accepting relationships that aren't true love. You can't be accepting things that aren't your passion and your heart center anymore. And the only way to get to your heart center is to heal everything that is not, to heal all the wounds, to have pure forgiveness of the self and for others. But it truly comes within you first because nothing happens to you, only through you. So when somebody's like, you need to forgive all others, you also need to forgive yourself because nothing, and your soul knows this, nothing happens to you. You are not a victim. Everything happens through you, through your free will. Again, there's only one exception to that rule, and that exception is being too young in the brain, understanding and development to have free will yet, because you're not fully developed. Other than that, when your brain is fully ready to take on the world, you have free will. And I guarantee you this. I've done healings on people. I've done all kinds of things. Okay. And everything has to be done through free will. And if they're not old enough to have free will, then it goes through the parent or the guardian that is. And it usually does have to be a blood parent, but it can be a guardian, a protector of love through love. Okay. So there is a difference there. I'll tell you that right now. However, it's super important to understand that nothing in your reality happens to you, only through you. This is why when we have awakenings and our vibration starts to shift, we start to shift out of those people that we're around because their vibration no longer match yours. Okay. Unless they rise with you, which by all geez, golly gosh, they're gonna stay around some point, shape, or form. Okay. Or they might circle back around in your reality. Okay. So you have to understand the concept of nothing happens to you, only through you. So manifesting, if I want $10,000, but I'm not doing what it takes to allow it to come through, because it's not going to just happen to me. People might think that, hey, if I call this in, it's mine, right? That's what you tell me. But if I'm not matching what I need to match to allow it to come in, it's not going to come in. Because everything, and I do mean everything, happens through you, not to you. Okay. So I can call something in. And there's all these laws that sometimes they'll talk about: law of assumption, law of attraction. Let go of the law. Okay. The only thing you really need to understand is we are all connected, all connectedness to the one. We all affect each other. Okay. Law of connectedness. I don't like the term law because it's such a low vibration, because energy is vast. It's constantly moving and changing and flowing and grooving. And we don't want to lock it down to the law and the shackles that bind of the matrix mind. Okay. So the only thing you need to know is, are you lack or are you in high vibrational flow? Because if I'm in lack, I'm not going to manifest what I want. Exactly. I'm going to manifest what I am, and that's lack. I don't believe it's worthy. I'm in fear. I need money. I need this. I need that. I'm in fear. That's lack. Trust me, I know. Because I'm constantly trying to pull the vibration up too. like, come on, people. You are worthy of those that are connected. You know what I mean? Like, you are worthy. You have to own it. You have to be it. You have to be it. You have to see it. You have to feel it. You have to groove it. You have to choose it. Everything happens through you. By golly gee gosh, not to you. Okay. And I mean everything from shadow components to miracles to abundance to love. If my vibration inside, you can feel your vibration. Look into your body. What does it feel like? Does it feel yucky? Do you feel tired? Do you feel exhausted? Do you feel confused? Do you feel frustrated? Those are all lower vibrationals. Do you feel in judgment? Are you in judgment of yourself or others? And let me tell you, if you throw judgment at the return of Christ and the work that I've done, judgment becomes you. You anchor into that, and then you can't see past that. And everything you do is filled with judgment for yourself and for others. This is true for everything. Nothing happens to you, only through you. So you choose to pick up yuck and muck and blah, blah, blah. And you choose to raise your vibration, to do the work, to get out of your head, to be heart-centered, to heal it all, to clear all karma, which is outside of unconditional. You choose to believe. You choose to be worthy. You choose to match the vibration of the highest frequency value. So if you say, I am worthy, and you don't feel that and believe that, then you're not that. Okay. I am loved. And if you don't match that vibration of belief from the inside out, like if I say that, I could feel a little like goop sometimes, you know what I mean? And I'm like, ooh, let's release that. Because you got to match that. Your vibration is everything. And to be truly rising, You have to be the vibration of pure unconditional love. It's not just a word. People are going to go, yeah, I'm rising, and they're not. Okay. People can also think that they can treat people outside of love, go behind them, do these things, and they're fine. They're not. Okay. They're just not. People can be thinking and saying, yeah, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But then behind the scenes are like, ooh, I'm not worthy and I'm this and I'm that and this is that. You only are what you are. You only bring in through you, not to you. Okay. So it truly is a vibration you must match. It truly is. It's a vibration you must match. It can only happen through you, through free will. Through free will, not lack. Lack is the one thing you don't want to be. Lack is the thing that will hold you back from pure sovereignty. Because something's going to come in, it's going to get in your head, and you're going to be like, I'm not worthy. I don't want people to judge me. Ooh, let them judge you. Because that's not your shadow, that's theirs. Okay. If you let the shadow hold you back, then you're anchoring into the lower vibrationals and lack, and you're not in your pure sovereignty. To truly be a manifester and a creator in the new earth, you have to be pure sovereignty. You have to be released of all the shackles that bind you. You have to be healed of all the shadow that blinds you. And you have to be a high vibration of love and joy and flow. And when your vibration is high, I guarantee you, when your vibration is of love, love and abundance and beauty and prosperity, and you have to be in balanced flow, which is why everything I've done is the keys. And there's a course that I have too, Balance for Prosperity. You have to be balanced from your heart center. Your heart has to be pure and opened and full, healed, right? Everything that's lack removed out, everything that's wounded and filled with doubt has to be healed out. All your wounds from past lives and childhood, you have to release those. The higher your vibration goes, the quicker you're going to manifest. And this is true. If I'm sitting here in fear and in lack, and I can't bring it in either. And everybody that rises through is in my light too. And so I'm like, hey, get out of your head, get out of the collective mind think. I can't calm the chatter. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all connected. Right? This is why if you don't clear it all and you're not in balance for prosperity and pure sovereign, you just can't rise. But let alone manifesting through karmic demise. You have to feel it. You have to be it. To own it, to be it, to see it, to feel it, to be it. You have to be it to be it. You have to be it to see it. You have to be it to bring it. You have to be it to bring it. That's why you have some entrepreneurs who get out there and they're like, I don't care what you say. I'm doing this. And this is going to come my way. And you'll have their people, their family, and you're crazy. You ain't going to do it. You got to go get a job. You got to work this and you got to do that. You better go get a job because your bills are way more important than your dreams. That's the matrix. Have you heard that before? I have. You got to get a job because your bills are way, and I am like truly the return of Christ. And so that was part of that brown snake, the temptations. I had to be in my pure sovereign self and go, that's not true. I'm a powerful creator. Just because you see something doesn't mean it's true. I don't need to go do that. If I'm more focused on money rather than love and joy and creation, that's lack. Only lack will hold you back. Only lack will hold you back. That's a rhyme. Only lack will hold you back. Only lack will hold you back. You see, sorry, I get a little goofy. I love music, right? Music is so freeing. Anyways, being afraid of love, that's a reflection of you, and it comes from a wound. Being afraid to rise, being afraid for many to see you. Right? Now, there's a flip side to every coin. Some people are like, I'm the best, and and they just have no remorse. They have no concept of karma. Have you ever met those people? Karma doesn't exist. Oh, I've heard that before. So they don't think that what they do affects others. And they don't think that it's going to come back to them either. That's what they would call a narcissist, right? The vain, like, oh, I gotta look better than everybody. There's all these weird energies, right? So I'm not saying you have to think you're better than everybody. We are equals. Okay, there is no chosen ones. I don't like hearing about chosen ones. It's not true. It's about free will and soul growth because everybody has free will. So if we have free will, how can God choose you over everybody else? There are beings that were here before mankind. We are gods, gods of time, angels. These things were created before mankind. God did not directly create mankind. He created the gods that created mankind. But you still have the light and the power of God. God gave you free will. Okay. So you have to be in your power and understanding of your power and understanding that we are all connected. Everything you do either hurts or brings more love. So which one are you? Are you lack or are you pure sovereign and worthy? And I ams, everything after I am creates your reality. Everything. Are you pure sovereign and worthy? Or are you fearful and scared and confused? Like, you know what I mean? Do you believe it? Somebody was actually about my healing ones. I make healing ones. I make these beautiful, and I fill them with Christ light. I fill them with the light of the sun because that's who I am. And they are also healing. Okay. And somebody was like, are they really miraculous? And I'm like, if you don't believe they are, then no. Because nothing can happen to you. Even an awakening doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. Okay. But in the return of Christ, we are in the greatest reset of all. So everybody's going to have no choice but to see now, except their choice was to rise or not. Okay. Because the energies have shifted so much. The world has changed so much. It truly, truly, truly has. Okay. So these are the biggest keys to manifesting. Nothing happens to you, only through you. And what's the rap? Only lack will hold you back. 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 It's true. By the way, singing and dancing will raise your vibration. If you don't want to do it, it's because you're stuck in a very oh, right. And judgments, they're not of God, so don't do that. Or yourself. Okay, so if you're judging somebody else, you're judging yourself. Because nothing happens to you, only through you, including what you're surrounded with, okay? We're all connected. It's about balance for prosperity. You have to be pure in the heart center. In your passion, you can't be in the matrix. Okay? Because only those rising, my friends, are going to have abundance now. Even money has a karmic play out. Okay? And so if you're on the karmic side, that's because you're not in your sovereign self. If you don't believe in miracles, miracles cannot come through you. If you don't believe that you're worthy of this $10,000, it doesn't matter where it comes from. Let the universe do their job, but you have to take actions and open up for it. So if I want something and I'm not putting myself out there to get it, how am I going to get it? You're not given handouts, neither for the ascension either. Okay? It just doesn't, I mean, that's not to say miracles can't happen. Miracles do. People will come, God uses individuals with the heart open. So if like you need something and God knows you're there, God knows your heart's pure, God knows you're doing the work, God knows you're doing everything you're supposed to do. And all of a sudden some person comes out of the blue and goes, I just had this feeling I had to give you this. I've had that happen. In the beginning of my awakening journey, I had that happen. I was doing everything God asked me to do. I was staying open. I wasn't afraid. I was just following those heart nudges, and I didn't let anything hold me back. And all of a sudden, this person from my past that I hadn't heard from in years, just all of a sudden, I feel like I have to give you this. And it was exactly what I needed. He's like, no, I owe this to you. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I hurt you a long time ago and I just owe you this. And it was just in his heart to do it. That's hearing the call from God. So God does work in mysterious ways. God works through people whose hearts are open, which is why You don't have to convince anybody here. If they can't hear you here, they can't hear you. Okay. They're in lack, they're in judgment. So never let anybody else's opinions of you hold you back. That's based in lack. Because then you don't believe it in yourself. Okay. If I don't believe I'm worthy and their opinion of me is what's going to change my decision, that's lack. I'm needing them to validate who I am instead of me. That's lack. Okay. I don't care what they say about me. I know what's true. I know what I am. I know what I can do. And I know that's their shadow holding them back. And they're not going to reflect their reflection at me to hold me back. I am sovereign. I am abundant. I am beautiful. I am wonderment. I am a miracle. I am accepting of miracles. I am open to change. I am opening to expand my comfort zone from what I knew to what is being rearranged. If I think I can't afford something, then I can't afford it. But if I want something and it's part of my soul path, and I'm like, hey, God, bring in the money for this, please. I want it. If it's meant for me, allow it to come through. And I keep going and I'm open, it's going to come through. I will literally tell God, hey, if it's not for me, don't allow it to come through. And I just keep going about my day knowing I'm safe. Okay. There are a lot of energies that are based in lack. There's a lot of energies that are not in their sovereign self. You are a co-creator, either with the shadow or with your higher self, God, the angels, and love. Your passion, your imagination, your passions are based in your purpose, your soul path. Right. So when I put out the path to righteousness, I heard lots of people going, I should have to charge money for God's work and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. First of all, it's an exchange. Money's not everything. Okay. Money is dirty, 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 dirty. And so it's just a tool. And why not invest in yourself? Why not invest in the one that brought the return of Christ? Why not invest in your guaranteed ascension? But people were stuck in lack, in the shadow, and co-creating with the shadow rather than being in their sovereign self and going, you know what? It's not about the money. First of all, I know that person's good. They're going to work with me. Second of all, I can call it in. It's all about which side you're on. What a blessing. It's priceless. You know what I'm saying? I love investing in you and but the shadow side is very loud and in your face going, oh, that's a joke. It's not worthy. You can't do this. You won't afford that. You won't have the skirt skadoodle. The only thing that holds you back is lack. Is lack. The only thing that holds you back is lack. Is lack. Well, God says to do this, but that's like really uncomfortable. And I don't know what's going to happen. And what if I do this and all these things are going to, get out of your head because you're going to create those because it only happens through you, not to you. But if you're like, you know what, God says this, so it's going to be good. I'm going to have the love of my life. I'm going to have joy and happiness, and I'm going to have all this beauty and abundance and miracles. So to end this one out, I want you to repeat after me, and I'm going to draw a line into your heart space right now. I am worthy. I forgive myself. I am abundance. Oop, I'm releasing something out. That's what I do, so forgive my burps. I am joyous. I am a creator. I accept my sovereignty. I am sovereign. I am free of the shackles that bind me, and I am free of the shadow that blinds me. I am free. I am wonder. I am miracles. I am joy. I am love. I am abundance. I am free. You see how this works? I'm releasing the opposite of those. When I say those as a healer, and I drew the line into our heart, and I say that, and something comes rising, I'm releasing the opposite of that. And what is that? It's lack. It's the only thing that'll hold you back is lack. Is lack. I am powerful. I am beautiful. Ooh. Ooh, somebody has a hard time with that one. one actually hurt my head. I am wonderment. I am safe. 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 Excuse me. I am accepted just as I am. I am accepted just as I am. I am heard. I am free from the shackles that bind me. I am free from the shadow that blinds me. I am safe. I am open to seeing these vast things. I am free. I am sovereign. I am creator. I am a creator. God is within me. I have the power through me. I am free. I am connected to the All One. I am free. I am safe. I am abundant. I am open to miracles. I am open to change. I am open to a new comfort zone. I believe in me. I am open to large sums of money coming my way. This is a healing, by the way. Can you tell? That's why I burp. So I'm releasing what doesn't belong if you're with me. I am wonderment. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am free. I am a creator. I am creative. I am beautiful. I am creative. I am worthy. I forgive myself. Does that mean you don't have to go apologize to somebody if you've hurt them? No, you better. To hear I'm sorry, to acknowledge what you've done changes everything. Okay, especially when you mean it. Not when there's an ulterior motive other than clearing it and really truly bringing in forgiveness. If you're doing it just to gain something for you and not for the other person, because remember, we're all connected. We are all connected, okay? And it's like with me, like I know people have hurt me, and if they can't come say they're sorry, I don't really ever see them much again. Like it just, but if I hurt somebody else, I'm so willing to go, oh my gosh, dude, I'm not perfect. And please, I'm sorry. I really truly see you and I see how it hurts you. And I just love you so much. And I keep, with my DM, it's like, oh, I love you. Like, I don't care about yesterday. Let's just align to the best love today. We become afraid. We become afraid to accept apologies. We become afraid. That's lack. We become afraid to own our truth. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. It's not about perfection. Perfection's based in lack. I am free of perfection. I am free of the things that hold me back. I am in a high vibration. I am filled with gratitude, with love and joy, the highest frequency of love. I am free. So my friends, thank you for being here, for in the end receiving this healing if you did, if it was for you. Thank you for hearing my words and for being you. Thank you for watching my videos because it takes a pure heart in order to. It takes somebody willing to push past that resistance to actually see the return of Christ. A pure heart, pure sovereignty, knowing what is your power and what is not. Still releasing, sorry. Knowing what is love and what is not, and only choosing love because you know you have free will. And it is your responsibility to be in your sovereignty and to know it's the I am. We are all connected through the I am. So what you do doesn't just hurt you. That's why we all have to be aligned, free and clear of all shackles that bind, pure in the heart center and balanced from the heart-centered creations. And if you want anything that I have to offer you to get you through into New Earth, I welcome you. The path to righteousness It is the entire return of Christ. It is everything you need to heal into new earth. It is priceless. It'll be just below. If you want this book, it's in the section below this video. If you want to join my Patreon to get monthly healings with the moon and the sun, because that is who we are, it is in the thing below. See this book? This book is very close and near and dear to my heart. And a lot of these things came through the return of Christ. Okay. Pure sovereignty, co-creation. If you want the course, Balanced for Heart Centers Creation, it's balanced for prosperity. That's the only way you can be prosperous now, is in your pure sovereignty, balanced creations. That's the only way through to new earth. Remember the I am. Own it. Feel it. Match the vibration, the releasing all that is not. And one more thing, remember this. What is the one thing that will hold you back? Lack. Look at lack and how it plays out in your world. Lack is an infection. Only lack will hold you back. Only lack will hold you back. I clear all lack. I clear it now. I release it. I release it out. I am worthy. Have a beautiful day, my friends. Soul path creators. Sun activators. I will see you next time.